Hi guys. All right. So, you know, my plan that I want to do didn't work out. I wanted to have some um, stories going on, and my daughter here and a couple other people here to be able to share their stories, but it's just, spring break, things like that. So, it's been difficult. And I haven't been feeling well, so it's been difficult. So, thank you for bearing with me. But anyways, what I thought I would do tonight, just real quick, is kind of like I don't know if you guys know about Nicholas Ashbaugh. If you don't, look him up. Nicholas Ashbaugh is amazing, absolutely amazing. But what he does is impromptu readings, and so what that means is that I'm going to pull out a reading, which is kind of like for the collective, because in the times that we're in, we're all similarly kind of going through certain same things. And then I'm going to do that, and it's going to be a timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds you, is when you're supposed to hear it. So we're going to give this a go for tonight, and I'm just going to keep working at it and, get to where I want to be. But I really appreciate the thumbs up, subscribing, which is free. That makes a huge difference for me so that I can get into, the YouTube search bars, that kind of thing, and just kind of get my stuff going. So, anyways, but all right. So, impromptu reading. Okay. So, timeless. Whoever needs it. All right. I've got my crystal here. Protection. Love this. I got it from Jess from the Purple Root. She's awesome. Okay. And then I've got a couple cards surrounding me. Like I've got Angel Wisdom Tarot. I've got, which if you've watched me before, I love my energy oracle cards. These are always like my go-tos. And then I also love, which I got at Art and Soul in Stillwater, my Chakra Insight Oracle cards. These ones are awesome too. I just have so many, and there's so many things I want to do, and I have so many ideas in my head. But I just, I hate throwing the cancer word in everybody's face every single second, but it really does cause, like, you just never know, when you're going to have a bad day, 20 bad days, or 20 great days. I mean, you just don't know. So, I mean, I don't know. So, I'm just going to kind of go with it and just see what happens. So, all right. Anywho, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my Chakra Insight Oracle. And excuse my cough. I've had this crap going on with me now since November that they just can't seem to figure out what the problem is. And it's not COVID. So I'm going to start with these cards first and just kind of see where they lead me. And, this kind of reading, and if you go on, if you put in tarot in YouTube and you go and you look at different readings, you'll see, I mean, there's like readings for Pisces, there's readings for Sagittarius. I mean, it goes along that way. There's readings for numerology, and then there's like impromptu readings, where it's like, hey, you know what? If you found this and you want to see it, there's a message probably for you, If there's not, then boop, and you don't have to watch it. So, all right, but I'm going to start with this. I haven't used these cards a lot, but they're really, really cool. My son got them for me. I want to say Mother's Day. Dylan got these cards for me. And, they represent your chakras. And if you don't know about chakras, I'm assuming a lot of you, I mean, most people know about them now, but some don't. But, our chakras in our body represent where we hold things in, where we, like if we have something that's stuck in our body and we feel like crap in a certain area for a long time, it might have to do with that chakra's blocked. So you might have a medical issue, but also you might have something blocked there from that chakra because of energy you're not using, letting out, letting in, that kind of stuff. So let's just see. All right. And if you go on Nicholas Ashbaugh's his YouTube site where he does readings, his shuffling, it's like, oh dang. And you know what? I would start this over if I wasn't lazy. But hey guys, I'm lazy, so I'm not starting it over. Just won't do it. Okay. So anyways, but his shuffling is awesome, and it just like makes you go like, oh my goodness. But you know what? I gotta do it the Skye way. Just how it is. All right, and it's an impromptu reading for whoever needs guidance right now. When I do this, I call in the white light of the Holy Spirit. I call in Archangel Michael. That is just my go-to. That's not everybody's, but that is my go-to. Helps me feel protected. Keeps me safe. I call in for Raphael, because Raphael is green energy, which is healing. I always ask for Jesus. You know, I never used to ask for Jesus. And then with my cancer, when I was in the U of M, and I needed to get out of there. And I don't know, just something was missing. I was going to like my usual, like Ascended Masters, ask for help, that kind of thing. And I thought, you know what? I don't ever mention Jesus. And I had a really good friend to me that said, you should. And so I'm like, yeah, whatever, Ascended Master is an Ascended Master. You can do it your way. But anyways, I took her advice, and it's really made a big difference in my life. So for me, it doesn't have to be for everybody, but for me, I started including Jesus after, gosh, 20 some years, and it's really, really made a difference. But anyways, totally up to the person. And again, impromptu reading, timeless. So whoever tunes in, whenever they tune in, there's a message for them. All right, guys. Oh, these are sticky. Oh, okay. Oh, yep. Okay. I see where this is going, and I can't help for it to go into the Pisces era, because it is a Pisces era now, and so got a lot of Pisces influence around us right now. So anyways, so most of us are going to have like, energy from really all the signs. I mean, somewhere we have that in our placement somewhere in our chart, or a lot of times, we'll have people around us. We may love them to death. They may drive us crazy, but they may be in our life for a reason, because we're mirroring them, or they are mirroring something that we need to get a grasp on. Even if that person, you're like, there's absolutely nothing I want to learn from them. But that's the craziest thing about this, is that the ones that you think have nothing to say to you and nothing to teach you have the most to teach you. So, with that said, okay. And I am going to kind of bring my book out here, just because I don't use this deck a lot, and I'm sorry, I've had these headaches going on from my treatments and everything else, and so when you see me do this, when you see me be like, eh. Anyways, don't worry about me. It's just kind of what I have to do. Okay, so anyways, the first card that popped out, and I love this card. It is, you'll see a girl here, and she's playing the cello, which I can't help but love, because I played the cello for years, and just orchestra, string instruments to me mean a lot. But anyways, okay, so be a little patient, because my eyes are horrible and this lighting is horrible. But anyways, okay. All right, guys. So anyways, this represents sound. Okay. And oh my goodness, I hope you can see this. Oh, I'm going to turn my light on just a little bit. Okay. All right. So, sound, music, silence, rhythm, vibration. Mm. The story of the card is that in the quiet light of a moonlit forest, a woman draws a rosined bow across the strings of a cello, which it comes a rising note that mingles when the silent magic of the night, or it mingles with the silent magic of the night. Um, it's really all about just how the notes go and just how it just feels so. I mean, for me, the cello always has felt magical. So I'm gonna move this up a little bit. Sorry, guys. I'm professional, but anyways, but that's really what this is about because there's with the cello there's this long like just like it's like this really deep vibrating sound that's just beautiful, and that's what the story of the card is. But also that life is made up of vibrations. All of life has a frequency and a sound, even if that sound is silence. So, I need to read the rest. I know what this is about. Okay. So, really, anybody watching right now, you may play a stringed instrument, or you may not, or you may want to. If there's thoughts of wanting to, then you should go ahead and look into that. If it's been nagging at you, get into that. That can be guitar, cello, viola, violin, like all that kind of stuff. But anyways, and cello being my favorite. But anyways, there's this harmony, there's this vibration, which the vibration is what it really means is, there's just with the universe, there's a vibration. There's this vibration where we just flow with it. And that's what I'm getting from these cards is that just flow with things. And I want to say that in the recent past, maybe you've been flowing with things more than you usually have. Maybe now you're coming to a point where it's like, ooh, that flow is getting like, and so just keep trying to remember the cello, remember the guitar. Or if you don't play it, listen to it like YouTube, find cello, guitar, whatever. But I mean, it really does give you a really nice, good flow and it helps keep you centered. It really, really does. And I'm going to say that this is originally a Pisces card. So there's that Pisces energy. If you know a Pisces around you and you're like, oh, how can I help them? Well, you can't help them all. But you know what? If you really are thinking, like, how do I help them? It's getting them plugged back into their creativity, allow them play guitar, instrument, things. And even if they don't play it, maybe they need to learn how to play it. I don't know. But most of them know how to play guitar or something like that, something with strings. And so that kind of keeps them in the rhythm and the flow. It can help their life, your life, whatever. With this a child, boyfriend, you, I don't know. So, the second one that I got is it's the mind. Show the picture, which really represents the third eye. Openness, flexibility, imagination, and learning. So I feel like a lot of us are really, we're struggling to open up that third eye. And like, for instance, it could be something as simple as like, I mean, even though I do cards, I'm having trouble sometimes with that just because I've had this crazy sinus stuff go on because of my cancer. And so I feel like this hazy, like blue, like black, like right here over my third eye. So I have to do a couple things before I do this card reading so that I can just kind of clear it out and, you know, it's just clearing it out. Clearing it out so you can see. So you can see better so that your intuition is on point. But anyway, so this is about the mind and it's opening up your mind. As you see in the picture, this lady, it's opening up that third eye chakra and it's opening up the mind of the universe, of just letting everything flow in, knowing what you need to know, what you can do to get to where you want to be. In most of us, I think really what that is right now is not really about where we want to be. Oh my goodness. See, I'm a Sag. I'm lazy, so I'm not starting this stuff over again. Okay. But anyways, it really is about just, I feel like for the majority of us, there's certainly things, you know, we want peace in our families, things like that, but just in general, it's just about peace. It's just about being like, oh God, can I relax now? You know? Um, so anyways, there's that. Okay. Then we have dreams. It's about messages, signs, symbols, guidance. So the other thing is that, you know, a lot of you need to be paying attention to your dreams. A lot of you don't pay attention to your dreams. You know, a lot of us are better dreamers than others. I don't know. But there's things that can be done to open up our mind so that we can pay more attention to our dreams. There's messages going on. There's messages everywhere going on right now. And it's such a big deal because, like, a lot of us have no idea how much we can learn. And, like, when we're walking around every day going, like, where's the, you know, like, how do we figure out this problem? Like, what comes next? Things like that comes in our dreams. It really, really does. But in order to remember your dreams and to decipher them, well, you need to open up your third eye, that mind in your third area. You know, that just opens things up and makes you just relax and makes you just kind of go, even if you don't buy into all this, it's like, who cares? What does it hurt? You know? Just go to sleep at night going, I'm opening up my third eye. And I want that blockage open so I can get the dreams that I need. I have questions. I have worries. There's things I want to know. So, and what opens up that third eye to get to those dreams, and these are dreams from like your ancestors, I mean, from your guided master, which I have a guided master. I learned this long ago. His name is Ramus, and at one point we'll get into it. But anyways, this is how I got there to find out about him. But anyways, interesting is that music, and I guess it doesn't have to be like string music, but just that kind of meditation music, that music that is just soft. It just helps you be able to relax and go to that place in your mind where you're like, oh, the third eye opens up, and then the dreams come in, and then you remember them. And then if you can, like, right when you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I remember this dream, like, quick, just jot down some really easy things like red door, tree in front of house, there was a house, gray house. I mean, whatever it is, like little tiny things you jot down in your dream journal. You know, because when you wake up, you know, you never remember, like, what was that dream about? But I like having a journal next to my bed because I like to write just these tiny symbols down. I mean, tiny symbols. Because it jogs your memory the next day and you're like, oh yeah, that's what that was about. And then all of a sudden it's like everything that didn't make sense 3 days prior makes complete sense. It's super cool. So anyways, there's those three. And then, and again, those were the Chakra Insight Oracle cards. I'm going to, on top of that, gosh, do I do the energy cards? Pretty soon we're going to do votes, okay? Once I get to that point. But we're going to do votes. We're going to do angel wisdom on which cards to use. And I feel like I've used energy oracle a few times. And, ooh, I want to go with them because I love them. But you know what? I brought these out for a reason. Angel wisdom. So I'm going to clarify some of these cards with my Angel Wisdom deck, and let's just see where it takes us. These are short little impromptu readings, and, you know, we'll get more serious. We'll get more into things when I get into the place of getting into those things, you know. It's just been a little difficult lately, you know, but we all got to start somewhere. So if I just don't start, oh my gosh, guys, I'll never start, you know. I don't know if a lot of you are like that, but I can either sit here and be scared and say like, oh my gosh, What are people going to think? I'm not going to say the right thing. You know, this, that, the other thing, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, who cares, right? It's YouTube. Turn me off, you know? But, I mean, we all got to start somewhere. And we can't perfect it. Just the way it goes. So, anyways. Let's just see where we go here. Show me clarity. Show me clarity. Let's run this deck with the white light of the Holy Spirit. Show me clarity. So I can give my tuners the best possible answers they need. My impromptu reading. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So, what came out, my goodness, I need glasses. What came out was interesting. Intelligent, impartial, respected, stoic, receiving wise advice, remain objective and fair-minded, public speaking, communicate clearly, unemotional, relationships on, being emotionally unavailable. Okay. Interesting. So this comes out, and I was kind of trying to clarify the whole reading, but I was really, I thought, okay, let's clarify. Usually that goes with, like, let's clarify the first card that came out, right? This is a card, this I call a jumper, right? Okay. So, with the music card, if you look at this card, you see, it's like, yeah. You see a king with one sword, right? So, like in original tarot, this would be, King of Swords. And look at him on his throne. He looks really bored. He just looks like, he's like, what's next? This is so boring and old. That's what this feels like to me. I'm going to keep going. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. All right. I feel like, I can't remember what his name is. Matthew McConaughey. Okay. He does all right. Anyways, this says, stand up for yourself and your beliefs. Have confidence. Challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. And so I'm looking at these, like, in traditional tarot, I'm looking at these as wands, right? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 7 of wands is what I'm going to look at these like. But, I wanted clarification on opening up the mind, the third eye, maybe what was extra, what needed to be known about that, and why that card was there. And really opening up that third mind, to me, when I ask for clarification, represents opening up your mind and letting it all in and relaxing so that you can stand up for yourself and your beliefs. Some of you are having a hard time standing up for yourselves and your beliefs. If you want to look at it in a reverse way, maybe you're doing it too much, but I don't like to read reversals a lot just because, like, what's the point? I mean, it just means that whatever the upright meaning is, just means that, okay, well, what would be the opposite of that? Work on it, whatever. It's going to be an obstacle coming up. So if that's not an obstacle that feels like it's coming up for you, just remember that, opening up your third eye represents that once you do that, you can stand up for yourself. You're going to feel much more victorious. You're going to feel much more like, like if you see it in here, look at her. She's like, I got this. I got it. Pazam, 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 pazam. Like seven, 7 of them. And she's just like, I got this. I got this. What? So you need to open up your third eye, the mind, so you can get to this where you want to be. Like, I got this. And where you can do it where it's like, not only do I got this, I don't got this because it's an unauthentic thing and I'm just trying to be, show my dominance or whatnot. This is like, no, I really got this. And I'm really authentic about it. And so, however this all plays out, you're like, however the ending is, however it works, I was authentic. And I stood up and went like, Shazam. That's what I feel like. And so, however it works out in the end, the outcome of it isn't going to bother you. Like before, you're like, what's the outcome going to be? What's the outcome going to be? This isn't going to bother you because you're going to be like, you know what? I stood up for my ass. Stood up for it. So either way, I don't care because I felt pretty good, right? Okay. Let's clarify why this dreams card is here. Let's clarify that. Okay, so this represents romance, flirtations, being fickle about falling in love, being swept off your feet, a sudden love affair. This card also represents near future. Well, look at it like that. This is the third card. A lack of balance in a relationship, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, a love of art and poetry. And this is what clarified the dreams card. So, really, I'm going to go back to the beginning. I mean, what this tells me is that, tapping into your creativity, what makes you feel good, listening to music, playing it, whatever, whatever that does for you, also makes you not bored. This king is bored. So, you know what? That's an awesome start. Once you plug into that and you're like, oh, I'm not bored anymore, then you get, hey, time to open up the mind, time to open up the third eye, right? And then you see this woman, and it's not, gender specific. It shows a woman in here, but, you could be a man, woman, it doesn't matter. But it's like, yeah, I got this. I got this. I got a little more confidence. I got this down, right? Okay. Because as you see before, this king did not have it down. He didn't have it down at all. This king was just like, oh my God, I'm so bored. I don't know. He didn't have it down, right? We had to plug in some music or creativity, right? Creativity to have it down, which opened up the third eye. And this person's like, I got this. I got it down. Shazam, right? All right. And then we went to the dreams card and we wanted to clarify that. And the dreams card to me talks about, really it has to do with relationships. And, I watch a lot of other readers that say, they don't like to focus on relationships because, a lot of us focus our lives on relationships. Who are we going to be with? What's going to happen? That type of thing. And really when it comes down to it, it's about us. It really is about us. And so relationships come and go. Things happen. But really at the end of the day, it comes down to us. But, this did pop up, however. And this is a knight. And it represents romance and flirtatious, fickle, falling in love, things like that, things of a relationship nature. So a lot of you are dreaming of this kind of relationship, right? So this is the near future. And this can happen when you're able to open up your third eye, clear out all the clutter, because, oh God, there's so much clutter. I mean, whew. And there's so many ways to clear out the clutter, right? So many ways. I mean, whether it's cleaning your house, things like that. So many ways to clear out the clutter, but clear out the clutter. But I mean, like, look at this person here. That's just like, I got this down. And what they're saying to clear that out, and so you're not bored and stagnant, is music. So, I don't know. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty right on. So, I really hope that whoever watched us got something out of it. It was an impromptu, like I said. So, I really do hope that you got something out of this right now, because it is for you. It is for whoever wants to watch us right now. And if you don't watch it right now, you might stumble upon this a month from now. It's timeless. It's for you. It really is. Okay? Let me see. Did I forget anything? You know what? I didn't forget, but I can't help it. I can't help it. You guys, I'm sorry. I can't help it. Pulling out one from the Energy Oracle deck. Just one. I want to clarify this whole reading with one card. Clarify it all. What does it all mean? Yeah. Okay. Makes total sense. Okay, makes total sense. So, number 18, the anxiety card came out. So, a lot of you are having anxiety, about this romance and how this is going to work out. And, I mean, there's so many blockages that are going on. And anxiety is like one of the main blockages, and that will block a lot. So, the anxiety is going to block, wanting to get into the outlet that you need creatively, to not be bored. And for some, it might be like exercise, things like that, but music really is like good way to just clears it out really quick. But anyways, so there's this, I mean, and the anxiety, like, this when it shows clearing out, well, this first card that shows clearing out the mind and opening up the third eye, and then it shows